Good evening, folks. It's Tuesday, 8 o'clock. And do you know what time it is? What's about to go down right now, folks? It's the Common Madness Show, hosted by yours truly, A1. We're back again, people. I hope you had a great time this past weekend, Monday night. I hope you guys, you busted a nut on your wife. I hope the fucking children didn't wake you up or interrupt that. I hope you had great food, good fun, good rum, everything you can think about. That was great because we've got a good show for you today. Me and my other host who's going to show up later on in the show. But this is going to be fun. I'm going to talk about some things that have been bothering me, and I think I need to point them out. Now, the first question, this is going to sound crazy, but I'm going to say this to everybody. I have taken a sabbatical from getting high or drunk, and I've been exercising. I feel wonderful, and I invite you all to do the same thing. Because contrary to popular belief, you don't have to be high to enjoy life. I think that's a myth. It's a lie. They've put it on people, especially the black folks that I know, including myself, for years. That's why I used to always want to stay high or drunk. But I'm having a good time just being sober, right? So I'm going to encourage you all to do that, at least for a couple days. I'm not saying put down the goddamn drinks forever or don't smoke you a joint, at all. I'm just saying being sober has its advantages, all right? It really does. Now we're going to get to the show. Now, the question I'm going to ask is, why is it that light-skinned niggas ain't getting no love in Hollywood? I've been fucking watching movies now for the past 2 months with this goddamn COVID-19 thing, and I don't see not none of us in fucking Hollywood. Everybody dark-skinned. Now, I love my dark-skinned brothers because my father's a dark-skinned brother, all right? I come from a dark-skinned lineage, all right? All right? My fucking peoples came off the slave ship, but my father came off the plane. But that doesn't mean a goddamn thing he's still a nigga too, all right? But I just want to know, why is it that light-skinned niggas ain't getting no love in Hollywood? Every time I look, it's a goddamn nigga that look like buckwheat running around with a white bitch down. And that shit ain't no problem for me, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's something else going on because it might be an agenda going down. And what agenda is that? I don't fucking know. But we're going to get into it and we're going to try to get to the bottom of it. Now, I've compiled a list of light-skinned actors in Hollywood. And we're going to start from the top. You got Shamar Moore. He's about to be 60. I'm joking. But that motherfucker old as shit. He was on in Days of Our Lives and Young and the Restless. This guy's been around for 40 fucking years. Okay, then you got Michael Eli, Halle Berry, Raven Simone don't count, but we gonna say her anyway. All right, she don't really count. You got Boris Kojo, then you got You God from Wu-Tang Clan. I threw his ass up in there just because they made a movie about the Wu-Tang Clan, so he's Hollywood now too. All right. You got Jada Pinkett's sexy ass. I still bust her at fucking this age. I don't care what Will Smith say. Fuck that nigga. All right. She can get it. Then you got my princess Stacey Dash. I don't know if she's married or what. She's a beautiful woman. Then you got the Braxtons. We gonna adopt Michael Jackson because with vitiligo, that nigga turned light skin even though he was brown at first. Okay. Then you got Mike Epps, punk ass, who was sometimes funny and sometimes not, but I ain't getting on Mike because he's a cool guy. Okay. Then you got Prince. I throw Prince in there because they made a movie about this nigga. Prince got a couple of movies out. Purple Rain. Then he's got the other movie where they did the documentary. I don't know the name of that shit, but it was a good movie. Check it out. And then you got the DeBarges, that the musical empire that made countless hits. Oh my God, I hear the song in my head, but I don't know the name of it. It's a good song though. And then you got my man Cat Williams, Lawrence Fishburne, Etta James. If you guys have not heard of Etta James, check out Etta James. They made a movie about her. Even if, I'm going to go down the list again and tell you why I put Etta James in there. It's because they got a movie out about Cadillac Records that I saw where it details parts of her life with the musical executive who got her house and got her first recording contract and what made her a star, okay? And then you've got Smokey Robinson, okay? Now, if we was to go down the list of dark-skinned movie actors, I'd be here all fucking day, okay? I'd be here all day. And I love the movies they in. I ain't got nothing against nobody's skin tone. I don't care about nothing, all right? All right? The only person I got something against is the devil, and he knows it, because I talk to his ass every night. You know what I'm saying? Because he be trying to attack me, man. But I'm going to tell you something. Something's going on with this shit, and it needs to stop, because goddamn it, we need to see. I'm just going to say we are underrepresented, unappreciated, understated, and almost non-existent. Where the fuck is the Rainbow Coalition when you need them? Jesse Jackson's punk ass should have been showing up for this shit. Instead, he off somewhere talking about nothing. Okay? Nothing. All right? Nothing. And then I say this name last, but he's definitely the least. Jesse Smollett. He's a blemish on the whole light-skinned nigga in Hollywood acting, period. He needs to be eradicated, eviscerated. He's done nothing but fuck us up. God damn it, I wish this shit was true that he was lying about, but it wasn't. But he's a fucking blemish. He shouldn't even be mentioned, but we're going to talk about his punk ass too today because he's light-skinned, all right? And he's got a couple of good shows out with that show that was out, man. But the truth of it is, he shouldn't even be brought up, but we're going to bring him up, man. Now, why hasn't Tyler Perry had use for a lot of us light-skinned niggas? I don't fucking know. He's only got about 3 light-skinned niggas on rotation in every goddamn show. It's the same motherfuckers. I mean, come on. It's more talented light-skinned niggas out there than that. It's way more. Goddamn it, look at me. He could even use me on the fucking show if he wanted to be honest. But that's neither here nor there, okay? Neither here nor there. But his cross-dressing ass, he don't use nobody. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But moving right along, something's got to be done about this. And so maybe one of us needs to make our own damn movie. That's what I'm thinking about. This whole COVID-19 thing has been an interesting thing, okay? Because you're going to figure out what you're good at with this shit because you got nothing else to do, okay? I've even seen, there's so much evidence of that going on. They've got cops in D.C. who are speed trapping like they're in Virginia with LiDAR now on the streets. I know because I had to deal with something like that a couple of days ago, okay? I had to deal with that shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say what I did, but I had to deal with it in my own special way. Let me tell you something. We got to do something about this because it should be more. I don't get it. Sports is a whole nother issue, right? Because if you're good, you good. If you're bad, you bad, right? But with this whole Hollywood thing, man, they pick and choose who they fucking put on the camera. That's just what they do. I mean, what can you say about it besides if the guy likes you, he likes you. You fit the role, he fits the role. But they're picking and they're choosing who they've got for these star appearances. What can you do, though? We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in 2 minutes, folks. Okay, folks, looks like we're back. Now, this bastard Jesse Smollett used his light-skinned power to evade prosecution. And a lot of people might think this is a joke. But being light-skinned sometimes has its own gifts and curses. Jesse Smollett, though, used his to not go to jail. Sometimes I've had to use mine to not go to jail either. We have powers, folks. Even the black-skinned brothers do. Anybody who's black has a power. White people do too, but it's a little bit different than ours. Okay, a little bit different. Not going to get into everybody's superpowers. I don't want to reveal what people are using to do anything. You know, I feel like that's kind of like cheating, you know, in its own way. But some of us already know what they are. Some of us don't. But there's a power in you. An enlightening, convicting power. You can get out of a lot of shit, people, if you just know how to look at things. Perspective is everything. You know, I always try to tell a joke here and there, but it's true humor. But there's a lot of sense in it. We all have a power. Now, moving right along, I don't want to ever talk about this bastard Smollett again. Never liked his ass anyway in any of the goddamn movies he played in anyway. Now, the next question I'm going to ask is, has the restaurant industry been decimated totally due to this COVID-19 thing? I think, folks, eating out was the biggest fucking trick in the book. You know why? I ate out so much that I did not have the confidence in myself to say that I could cook too, right? So I would always go to eat out. And a lot of times I'd end up pissed off that I paid $30 or $40 for a fucking steak because it never was good. It was just meat that they threw on a pan and then gave it to me and told me to pay. And they sometimes gave me the tip inside the bill, so I couldn't even decide if it was worth paying for it or not. Fucking bastards. You know, it's okay. Whatever. And so now that our people are in the house, I'm seeing things. Went to the grocery store the other day. The whole goddamn aisle of culinary tools, pots, pans, and all types of utensils was gone. Just like the chicken was the other week too. Gone. Totally gone. And you know what? That says to me is a lot of people are at home cooking. I'm going to tell you something. I'll never go to a restaurant again. I cook the best steak that I've ever had for $10. $10 in 25 minutes. If it was even that. I do. And the best chicken. And the best salmon. I'll never fucking go to a restaurant again. And it was all because of this COVID-19 shit. Had no idea. Instead of a baseball cap, I need to wear the hat that's white. That Chef Boyardee had on. I'm killing it in the kitchen, folks. Parmesan, garlic fries, all kinds of little shit I never knew I could make. And I think a lot of other people are finding this out to be true too. Okay? I really do. Because at some point you got to survive. You're still going to want to have the same luxuries that you had when you were in the free world before the shutdown occurred. And you're going to figure out a way to make it happen no matter what. All right? And so people are finding ways around stuff that they could never find ways around. There's a lot of positive sides to this COVID-19 thing, folks. I don't want to talk about COVID-19. I'm sick of fucking hearing about it. And I'm sick of them telling us what we can and can't do because of it. You know what I mean? It's getting fucking irritating. You know what I mean? The fact that I got to drive like a moonshiner to avoid fucking the law and them trying to give me tickets or lock me up and shit. And other guys out there got to do the same goddamn thing, even though I love to drive fast. And I'm a hell of a driver. Don't get behind me, because if I want you lost, you gonna be lost, you know? But at the same goddamn time, this thing is showing everybody a lot of other aspects of life in the world that we never even considered because we were so busy running around trying to make money. All right? But I don't think I'll ever go back and eat another steak at Outback, Ruth Chris, or Peter Luger's, you know? All you need is a $15 porterhouse and an air fryer. That marvelous invention that was given to us by the company called Philips. If you didn't know, look it up. Google it. Phillips is the people who invented the air fryer. This fucking air fryer, when the girl told me, hey, you should use the air fryer, I had to look at her and say, what the fuck are you talking about? How do you fry something in the air? You know? And I started to look around, but I couldn't quite figure it out. But sure enough, I plugged it in and I did exactly what they said do from the YouTube video, because that's how I learned how long to cook the steak for, or even the salmon. Of course, you know, you use your common sense too. But once I added my own spice and marinade to it, it was amazing. So amazing, I don't want to go back to a restaurant, you know? And it's going to cost these restaurants a lot of money when other people figure out the same thing that A1 did, you know? But there's a lot of positive things with this whole COVID-19 thing. The birds, the bees, the trees, everything is coming back to life. Everything needs to be talked about, because a lot of times we don't know how positive it is to just experience nature in the way God created it. I've got birds that are coming and singing on my balcony like a fucking choir every morning. Every morning I'm hearing these goddamn birds. I don't know what they're singing, but they show up at the same goddamn time and they sing the same fucking song every day. I mean, it would be redundant except for it's what can you do? I can't tell them get the fuck off the porch or anything like that. I mean, let them sing, you know. Just it's like kids. You let the kids play. Don't bother them. Just let them be them, you know. But I don't know. There's so much positive stuff happening. You know, and another positive thing that's going on, man, is people are finding out whether the relationships they in are actually good or bad. Because they have no choice but to be in the house with their spouse the whole time. You know? So it could lead to a lot of realizations, epiphany moments, and other things of the sort. Folks, we're going to take another quick commercial break right now. We're going to see you back in here live in 2 minutes. Okay, folks, we're back. I had to make a phone call real quick and find out if somebody else could help me out with the question that we asked because I don't want to have a one-sided conversation. This show might get watched years later and people might say that I was biased against the truth. Maybe I didn't include certain facts and maybe I just didn't tell it how it was. And I'm not going to let that be said about a guy like me, okay? So, introducing my homeboy, who happens to be a dark-skinned brother. Shout out to my dark-skinned brothers. You know I love y'all, man. You know we in this shit together. But something needs to be done about this whole epidemic, man, that's going down in Hollywood with the fact that light-skinned niggas ain't being represented right, okay? So, hey, dog, you there?
Yeah. What's going on, everybody, man? This face, man. Hey, look, man, I'll be honest with you, man. I think light-skinned niggas ain't getting loved by the bitches out west. Not as much as dark-skinned niggas is, man. I'm a dark-skinned nigga myself, man. There's something about the chocolate that love, the young ladies, about.
Yo, you see what I'm talking about, people? As if bitches don't like caramel. You see this shit, people? As if bitches don't like caramel. This is what we dealing with right here. Let me ask you something. How many movies have you seen where light-skinned men have been the stars in the movie in Hollywood?
I mean, like I said, that's hearsay, she say. It's about even now.
You think it's even? So wait a second. You telling me, I forgot to mention him. Shout out to the homie Ice-T. You telling me Ice-T got more movies than Denzel?
Nah, but Denzel's more crippled man than Ice-T. Well, Denzel was just Ice-T to sleep.
Okay. What about Wesley Snipes? Even though they blackballed Wesley Snipes, he still got more movies than say. He still got more movies than say. Give me Jamal Boris Kojak.
Yeah, when last night you Boris Kojak on the movie?
Jamal Moore is 60 years old.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But, hey, I'm pretty sure when the last time a light-skinned nigga won a Academy Award.
Don't move it. I honestly don't remember. Like, I don't know who, besides, did Drake win one? Drake don't even count, he's in music. I don't know who won. I don't know who won an Academy Award that was light skinned. I've never actually seen any light skinned niggas win an Academy Award.
Yeah.
But see, folks, this goes back to what I'm talking about. That we aren't getting picked for these roles. I don't know why we not getting picked for the goddamn roles. Because we could do the same goddamn things that the dark skinned niggas could do. Shit, some of the shit we do even better. But we're not getting picked. Now you see what he said, and I didn't tell him to say this shit, right? I didn't tell you to say nothing, right? Yeah. He's saying exactly what a lot of people think. Whole time, grass might be sweeter on the other side, if you know what I mean. So wait a second, let me ask you something. Do you think that there's a preference to see dark-skinned men in more so in a Hollywood movie than a light-skinned guy?
Yes, I think we'll sell better.
What did you say?
I think we'll sell better to the public.
And why do you think that?
Because it's charismatic. Like religion.
I think your dog want to join the show too.
Nah, it's just the way society is.
What?
It's just the way how society is right now.
It's the what?
It's the way how society is right now.
I tell you what, I can't figure this shit out, but I'm gonna get to the bottom of it because I've been watching a lot of old movies. Cause I love movies, man. And every time I watch an old movie, even back to Drum, which a lot of people have never heard of or seen, which is a black movie. Oh, I forgot. that light skinned nigga who played the drug dealer. What was his name in the old movie from the 70s?
Man.
Nah, you know who I'm talking about, man. He was the original Shaft, I think. Not Samuel L. Jackson, but the dude who predated Samuel L. Jackson was a light-skinned cat with the pressed head. Like, what was his name though? God, I forgot his name. Anyways, he was the only one. And everybody else in all the movies have always been dark skinned. Every single movie I've ever seen, even the guys, man, from before sound was being used in Hollywood when they had silent movies, it was always a dark skinned actor. It was never no light skinned actors. You don't think there's something funny about that?
I mean, no, that's just the way statistics is, but I don't see, it as a big deal, nothing like that.
Of course you don't, because you don't look at things the same way I do. And a lot of other people probably don't even think about the same things that I do because their perspective just doesn't go as wide. I mean, look, I'm going to say this. If there wasn't something funny going on, why is it that they always put the dark-skinned dude with the white woman now in the movies? Why can't it be a light-skinned dude with the movies, with the white chick? Or why can't it even be a brown-skinned guy with the white chick? But it's always a dark-skinned guy with the white chick. I'm seeing that. And the thing I'm also seeing is that it's playing out the same way in real life.
Yeah.
Tell the truth. When you be walking around and you see white girls, a lot of them are always with dark-skinned dudes. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying, don't look at it like it's hate, but that's just what's going on. Do you agree? Do you agree?
It's about that. It's about a balance,
And then the thing about it, what I'm running into is, I run into a lot of women who only date dark-skinned guys. But then, of course, once they get this caramel smell up in them, you know what I'm saying? Then they don't want to date no more of them niggas. They only want to stay with niggas like me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure this whole thing out because it feels like to me somebody is trying to push an agenda. And I don't really know what the agenda is. I was kind of hoping you could help me out with it. But it don't look like you doing much of shit.
Nah, right now I can give you a number to call.
What?
I can give you an individual to reach out to.
I don't know. Wait, let me ask you this. You remember the movie White Men Can't Jump?
Yeah.
Okay. You remember the guy from Above the Rim?
Hello?
Remember the guy from Above the Rim who was playing on Tupac's team? I forgot his name. I want to say his name was Kadeem Hardison. But that's not Kadeem Hardison because that's the brown-skinned guy who was on Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. This was another guy who was on the movie. You know which guy I'm talking about, right? You know the star of Above the Rim, the brown skin. He was brown. He was light skinned.
I don't remember that nigga's name.
Man, you ain't good for shit. Dwayne Martin. You remember Dwayne Martin, right? You remember Dwayne Martin, right? Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you think Dwayne Martin would have been better on White Men Can't Jump than Wesley Snipes? I mean, he's taller, he's more athletically built, and I don't know. Let's just stop right there because really it was a basketball movie, so why even go any further? So, do you think Dwayne Martin would have been better than Wesley Snipes on White Men Can't Jump?
I got another individual that walks into the house. We got another individual that walks in the house.
Okay, that's fine.
What's up, man? What's up, boy?
What's going on?
What's up, man? It's Rod.
Hey, Rod, what up, baby? It's A1. You on my show right now, nigga.
What show you got, nigga?
Man, this shit is called Common Madness, man. Shit is called Common Matters. It's a podcast. I do it every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Yo, let me ask you something. Yo, Rob, you listening? Okay, let me ask you something. Do you think that light-skinned niggas ain't getting no love in Hollywood?
Nah, I think it's about it's strike right now, man.
Say what?
I think it's about an even strike right now, man. You got your boy, what's the little light-skinned nigga name with the funny color eyes, Michael Ealy?
Man, you don't get me the line. I can't figure out what his name is. What was he in?
Man, think like a man and all that other bullshit.
Damn, hold up. I wish I had a lifeline right now. I'd reach out and fucking use that shit. Hold up, man. Ho. Let me ask you something. Do you think Dwayne Martin, the guy who was a star in Above the Rim, would have been a better fit in White Men Can't Jump than Wesley Snipes?
So you talking about that nigga he was in the movie though, right?
Dwayne Martin was a star. Tupac kept trying to get him to throw the game and shit, and he wouldn't do it because he was playing with the tall dude. Shaq.
Damn, I'm trying to think.
I know that shit was like 50 years ago.
I know you talking about that.
Right. But just think about it. Cause
I don't know, man. See, the thing about it is, I think a lot of it had to do with West Side skin tone compared to with the white boy. You just said a black ass dude playing a white man playing in such a strong movie, title based movie with white man can't jump. You see what I'm saying? So the fact that he was a black ass nigga talking about white man can't jump, added to the spice of the racial tension at the time of the movie.
So you think they're using the dark-skinned niggas as a way to kind of keep a division and a schism or how do you say, a dichotomy between the races to basically accentuate the fact that one is black and one is white?
Yeah, especially when it comes to the title of the movie, White Man Can't Jump. And then you see how the entire movie was basically about the white man, about the white boy. You see what I'm saying? About the white boy being compared to the black guy and what he can and can't do, and you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Oh, okay. So let me ask you this: Have you seen any movies from say the 60s and 70s?
Like what? I've seen a couple of them. Not a whole lot, but I ain't a big fan of them old school black movies like that, man. The pimp movies, you know what I mean? Back in the 60s and 70s, that's all you really seen. The Mac and shit like that. It was always a black man being a pimp or talking crazy to the black woman. You know what I mean?
Right. But have you noticed that even in those movies, most of the actors that are being portrayed are always dark-skinned actors?
Black is a motherfucker, right? Because they want to emphasize the fact that this black right here is the center. Everything under this tone is black and it's bad, and they all act like this. Talk to these women like this. Run their life like this. Spend on their heads like this. Sell drugs, sex women, and all that other type of shit.
Yeah, because my point I'm making is this. You know, niggas come in all different colors. We are just like a rainbow and a myriad of choices to pick whichever one you really want. It ain't like a lot of white folks and shit, man, or other nationalities. Niggas, we come in all different colors, shapes, and sizes, right? So you got so much shit to pick from that's dope or unique. And the stuff that is dope or unique a lot of time gets looked over just because it doesn't look right or it does not go with what they want to occur. You know, as far as the agenda goes.
Right.
And so I'm seeing that, right? Like even in Tyler Perry, his cross-dressing ass, he don't even use light-skinned niggas like that. He got 3 light-skinned niggas he keep on rotation and that's it. The rest of the cast is black. The whole rest of the cast is dark-skinned. And I'm just saying there's got to be something going on with this shit because I don't think light skinned niggas getting the. I don't think we getting the love we should be getting in Hollywood. That's the only thing I'm saying.
I don't think it's that simple, man. I think it's a little bit deeper, man, because you're looking at the aspect of black in the 70s, like I was saying, they all portrayed all of them as black. And then you got Tyler Perry doing it. Like you say, you got three, light-skinned motherfuckers in rotation. So his perspective or his portrayal of them is a little bit different. So the main thing is they know that we all come in all different colors and shades and things of that nature. So they try to start with the darkest one. And everything under this color is black, they already know. So everything under this color acts just like this dark ass right here. This poster child for black people. So you darkest nigga and everything under this color, this skin tone is gonna be they do this type of thing. They do this type of thing. Because he's black too. They're all black. So but Tyler Perry's perspective is we showing the dark skinned people in a better light. So they try to do the same thing but in a positive aspect.
But they ain't showing the dark skinned niggas in a better light. Man, if you go back through time, man, the dark skinned niggas is the ones that's getting used and ridiculed and made to look like, man, they are the lowest scum on the earth, man. Let's go back to Bokeem Woodbine in that movie that he did.
But we're not even back in the day. They're still doing it, but you got Tyler Perry. He's supposed to be trying to lead a new path for the black actors and the black directors and the black movie moguls and things of that nature. So his point of view is a little bit different.
Yo,
His
check.
message is a little bit different, I would say.
Yo, okay. Look, think about this then. Let's go back to fucking Spike Lee. How many light-skinned niggas has Spike Lee used in any of his movies? I can only remember one. Boogaloo from Do the Right Thing, the nigga with the glasses who the white dude stepped on his Jordans, he was gonna whoop his ass, right? Okay, one. Then he used Tisha Campbell. Then he used there's one more guy who he used in his whole movie catalog. Everybody else was dark skinned. This is another black director who's doing the same thing that Tyler Perry was doing. No one questioned it.
That black ass Wesley Snipes, he's gonna be partial to his own skin tone, man.
Wait, say what?
I said he's gonna be partial to his own skin tone.
Wait, say what?
I said that nigga Wesley Snipes is gonna be partial to the black ass people that look just like him. If he's black as hell too. That's why he ain't that. He wasn't that phenomenal of a director or he was a decent actor. I can give him, but
That nigga Wesley Snipes looked like he grew up picking cotton in Mississippi. Okay? That was a black motherfucker. Him and the bitch who played Precious. She did a phenomenal job in the movie, but they was both black as a motherfucker. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, it could have been a light-skinned nigga playing those roles. And why not? Why not? Anyways, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I know y'all got some weed to smoke. I'm gonna let y'all go. Look, brother, take care. Tell my homie I said take care. And man, y'all have a good night. I got to get back and do the rest of this show. All right, you too. Well, folks, you just heard it. Some unbiased opinions from people who were not told to say these things. And once again, they said what I said without them even knowing it. And that is that there is an agenda being pushed on the world for whatever reason. And I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm going to address it later on. Maybe I do know what it is. I just want you to figure it out too, because there's something funny going on. But now we are getting to the world news segment of the show. Hello, everybody. My name is Walter Sloan, and welcome to World News Tonight on Common Madness. There have been some interesting things that have been occurring in the world since people have begun wearing masks. One of them that has come to our attention at the studio is that there have been a set of thieves going around Louisa, Virginia, wearing watermelon masks on their heads. And masks of watermelon is literally what they were. They hauled out watermelons, put them on their heads, and walked through the sheets so that they could steal liquor. They will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law because they were caught in the Commonwealth state without wearing a mask and stealing alcohol. I don't know what their fate will be, but I'm quite sure it will not be good. There is also, folks, moving right along, a huge rise in STDs due to people not going to hospitals because they are scared of COVID-19. Now, of course, I don't know how they got the testing results from this whole STD thing if folks aren't going to the hospitals, but they have them nonetheless. Don't ask me how, but this is what's happening. Maybe there's a phone app that alerts them when someone's nether region is itching, burning, or is about to fall off. I don't know. Anyways, folks, I hope you had a great show tonight, a great time with me, A1, as the host. I'm going to end this show right now, and I'm going to the liquor store. Okay? I think it's about time for me to break my little fast from the alcohol. I hope you had a great time. May God be with you all, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Take care.